Do you want to get rich? I can't hear you. Do you want to get rich?
Yes, sir.
Well, now you can. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a foolproof method to get rich. If you do what I tell you to do tonight, you'll become richer than you ever thought possible. Now, answer me this. If you want to be rich, why do you go to work every day? You're not going to get rich going to work. And if you want to know a little secret, the people who are really rich, they don't work at all. So, if you work every day and you're not rich, and they don't work at all, and they are rich, isn't that an issue? Isn't that a problem? How does that happen? Well, that's because you did the work and they got the money. Now, it doesn't matter what you do for a living now. You might work in a manufacturing plant, you might drive a truck, you might enter data into a business application, you might be out in the field picking peas. You can get rich with the same formula that thousands of people have used to get fabulously wealthy. Now, I understand, please, that this is no gimmick. This is not some shady real estate scam or a hot stock tip. Now, rich people do make money in the stock market and in real estate, but that's after they've gotten rich. Now, before I tell you how to get rich, let me tell you why you are not rich now. Because you're not going to really understand the how-to until I explain the why. So, let's follow along with me and envision, I always stumble over that word, envision yourself as the worker in this example. You're working in a factory, making $10 an hour. Now you work 8 hours a day, so that's 80 hours a day. 40 hours a week, $400 a week you're getting. If you want to make more money than that, you have to work more hours. So let's suppose you get a second job. Again, $10 an hour. And you're working 4 hours a day at the second job. So you're working 12 hours a day. You're working 60 hours a week. So now you're making $600 a week. But you're still not going to get rich on $600 a week. But the only way that you can increase the money you're making is by increasing your hours. And working more hours isn't going to get you rich. It'll just get you dead. Now, in order to make money, you have to do one very simple thing. You have to find other workers who will give you a portion of the hours, the value of the hours that they work every day. Now, once you've done this, your income is no longer restricted to how many hours there are in a week. If you had 2 or 10 or 20 workers who are willing to give you the value of 20 or 30 hours that they work during the week, you can be making pretty soon thousands of dollars a day. And now you can go shopping for that yacht. And the rich are doing this to you right now. They've had you donating hours of the week that you work to them for every day for as long as you've been working. And that's why we are the working poor and they are the idle rich. And here's why. If you make 4 fishing reels an hour. Simple. And you, so in 1 hour, you've, let's say these fishing reels sell for about $10. So in 1 hour, you produced $40 worth of value. 2 hours, you produced $80 worth of value. All right, and you're paid $80 a day. So you've already made that money, but you still have to work for 6 more hours. So what happens to the value of those 6 more hours? Where does that go? Imagine that you found several hundred or even several thousand workers who are willing to give to you 20 or 30 hours a week of what they do. Then before you know it, you're making tens of thousands of dollars daily. And this is not fantasy, this is real life. There are people out there doing it right now. And we, the workers, are here toiling away to keep them in Rolls Royces. In biology books, they're identified as parasites. And but in America, they're called privileged. And so if you think that you can't make yourself rich, think about all the people you've made rich already. But there is a catch. Now, you knew there was a catch all along, didn't you? Well, it's really only in your mind if you have self-defeating thoughts. To be successful, you need 2 traits. You need greed and callousness. You have to be greedy to consider only your own comfort, and you have to be callous not to care for the poor bastards who are struggling to support you. But as Gordon Gekko said in Wall Street, greed is good, and if exploiting workers seems callous to you, you just have to remember that business is business. So don't worry about it. If you get rich, if you want to get rich, all you need is a business. If you have to stop working, instead put workers to work for you. You can be as greedy and callous as you have to, and your employees will thank you for their jobs. And you'll be idolized as a pillar of the community. But best of all, you'll be rich. Mr. Toastmaster.